For decision making. Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh no. There's no time. It's
fear.
urgent, guys. We're late already. We're a minute late. Oh God. My other side is not muted. Oh God.
No.
My other stream is not muted. Or the YouTube video. I didn't expect the YouTube video to play in the background.
What have you done?
Technical issues. What do you expect? I am a boomer.
You monster.
I know I'm a monster. I'm a horrible fiend. I don't know how me forgetting to mute a thing on YouTube makes me a monster, but sure, let's go with that. I'm a monster. I am a horrible being. But what else? Oh yeah. Actually, I need to do something real quick. Hold on. Please hold while your party is reached.
I'm sorry to help you. Please hold. Please hold.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's the wrong link. Ah! What the heck? I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Dabba dee baba die. Dabba dee die. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. There. I think that should do now. At least now we have link. I have sent link to the Twitters. Ah, why did I put Twitter away? I might need it later. Okay. I think we're partially situated. I realize Trip does not have any avatar on his screen right now. It's just a black screen.
Like my soul.
Well, that would make sense then, wouldn't it?
Not at all.
No? I would certainly hope not. You seem far too cheerful to have a blackened soul.
Wow, artists are way too fast.
What? What are you talking about?
I said artists are way too fast.
With what? Their work? Because that's normally not the case. No, it takes a long time. Anyway, yep. I'm live. Hello to Tehelium. How you doing? And welcome to a random stream because I realized I haven't streamed in almost a month. And I have no other content on YouTube. For probably a variety of reasons. I've been busy or I've been sick. One of the two. And that's been a hindrance to me. If it wasn't, I think I mentioned it on Twitter like mid-January that I caught COVID. So I was sick for over 2 weeks and I was waiting for the cough to go away. Basically, that was the remaining. So I was gone. I also, in a sense, with the YouTube channel, I really don't know what the hell to do with it right now. I feel like my creative juices have been completely shot to hell. I have no idea what to do with this damn thing. This beast I have created. I really don't have any plan or idea what to do with it. I'm trying to think, but right now, I don't really know. But, and Trip is wheel scrolling like a madman. What are you doing that requires that much scroll wheeling?
Twitter?
Twitter is cancer. Better response. Twitter's not real.
Twitter has lost the power to cancel you, apparently, according to some sources.
According to sources, now I can no longer be canceled.
Well, not you. I just meant in general.
Oh, in general, they can't cancel us anymore? Good. I don't want to be canceled.
I don't know.
I guess it depends on your definition of canceled.
Tomorrow we all just get canceled.
Streamer says something that we consider very offensive, though would be completely benign and normal conversation. Film at 11.
Film at
What are we using military standard time now?
That's 3 o'clock.
That is 3 o'clock, isn't it? Yeah. Or wait, no, is it 3?
3:30.
No, that would not. What? 15?
12 plus 3 is 15.
Is that how that works? I could never understand that. I remember one of my first jobs, they had that type of time.
Okay, so military time works pretty simple. The way it works is you got 1 through 12 is the morning. And then 13 through 24 is the other half of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I was going to say is I had a job way back when, and they used that type of time for their timestamps and their clocks. And I was like, what? It's the first time of me ever experiencing some form of military time. I'm like, I don't understand this at all. So I had to ask my managers, like, what in the heck am I looking at? Please explain it to me, because I don't know what's going on.
Figure it out yourself, kid.
No, they explained it, and it's like, okay, so this is the time when you're supposed to clock in, and then it's like, this is like 1, this is like 2, this is like 3 or whatever, and I'm like,
yeah, it's just all you do is you look at there's 24 hours in a day. What you do is you look at the 12 hour, just look at every hour, and 15:23 would technically be 3:30.
Yeah,
but I feel like this is not what you want to talk about.
Well, it's probably not what the plan was, but I don't, you know me, I deviate from things all the time, so that's
welcome to today's time stream where we talk nothing but time all the time.
Wouldn't that be a thrilling?
Hi, Dialga. When did you get in here?
What? I didn't hear what you said. What was that?
I said, "Hi, Dialga. How did you get in here?"
Oh, but yeah, I know I titled this and put the thumbnail up there where you're going to talk about VTubing stuff and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Because while I was actually it was before I was sick. I've been following more of our buddy Rabbit's mutual friends on places like Twitter and Twitch and watching their stuff and being heavily entertained. And then while I was sick, so how far down the rabbit hole did I go? That's a good question. I don't know how to gauge it deep? Just yet. Huh? Ankle deep? What would be considered ankle deep?
I don't know.
Like, are we basing it on how many VTubers I follow? Is that what we're basing it off of? Are we gauging it by that number? Because let me. I can quickly go to Twitch. Oh, let's not do that. That was the wrong button. Yeah, hang on.
How many VTubers do I follow? Well, the question is, were they VTubers when I followed them? That's the real question.
Wait.
And the answer is a lot of them. No.
Well, yeah. Well, but for me, so VTubing versus YouTube avatars, which is cheaper? I don't know the answer to that. VTubing is not cheap. It depends on how much money you invest in.
Wouldn't a YouTube avatar just be a picture?
Yeah, a YouTube avatar would be a picture, like
so
the one I'm using right now. I mean, okay, if you want to base it off of the avatar I'm using right now, I paid $30 for this.
So it's cheaper.
Well, that depends. It depends on if you want to use the 3D version of a VTuber model or a 2D one. You go 3D, you can do it completely for free. It costs nothing because Vroid Studio is free.
Yes, but you wouldn't. Technically, that's not entirely true. Most 3D models are very well made, and
I'm saying that you could make your own in Vroid Studio relatively easy. Is what I meant. I have toyed around with it before.
Looking at the channels I'm following, you weren't a VTuber when I followed you. You weren't a VTuber.
I'm still not. I'm
not talking about you.
I thought you were. I'm like, well, I'm not right now.
You weren't a VTuber. Are you a VTuber? I don't know.
I'm not yet. Not officially.
Not you.
Sorry.
Why did I follow you? I don't know. Well, you just looking.
You're looking at just your followers. What on Twitch? Actually, I don't follow very many people on Twitch. Actually, the number of people I follow on Twitch is actually I can count them. It's all on one page. Or wait, is there more? Oh wait, no, there's more.
Will you count them like the count?
Actually, technically, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
But you want to talk about
18,
things to talk about
19,
today.
20.
You picked one heck of a day to have a stream.
Why is that? What's going on?
It's Pokemon Day.
It's Pokemon Day? And I'm not talking about Pokemon. What a shock. Yeah, I don't follow very many people. I guess I follow more people on Twitch, but if you're talking about people who I actively participate in chat in, that's a different story entirely.
Oh, another thing that was launched today, apparently.
What's that?
The fan translation of SRWW.
I saw that. I saw some people that we know talking about that. I think I saw Bo talking about it and
Bow
chicka bow wow. Sorry,
easy to remember. It's Bowzakaga. Like
Bowzakaga. No, I'm kidding. I know it's Bow. I like Bow.
Bell is getting a new manga.
I think I saw that too. We'll talk about anime and manga too. That's completely fine. Since while I was sick or while I was occupied with other things, I did zone out and binge watch a bunch of anime.
How do you make a sequel to that spell? Like it kind of just wrapped up real nicely at the end there.
Yeah, let me see. But I have been hold on. I could just do this. This might make it easier. Share screen. Da 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 da. YouTube, and then we go over here. Here's my Twitch. And here's all those people I follow on Twitch. It's not that large, actually. It feels kind of small in comparison to how many people I'm sub to on YouTube. It feels a little bit small in comparison.
We forget who we're sub to on YouTube sometimes.
And some of them stop posting content, and then their channels just lay dormant, and then you don't watch them after a while.
But then suddenly, hi, who the heck is this guy?
Yeah, exactly. But let's see. Who here is VTuber? We have Senbatori. I haven't really watched their stuff. I found their model interesting, but I haven't really watched much of their stuff right now. Josabelle is a friend of Rabbit's, who I have frequented her streams. She's wonderful. We've got Rabbit himself. And of course, I watch Rabbit stuff when I can. Then we have a red panda by the name of Kieran. And there's Aster. I'm giving shout outs. If only I had posted the links. I'm sorry. But yeah, Aster, she's fun. Little Red Fox. Ichigoma, Neg. This one. I like Neg quite a bit. She was the one who was motivating me to get back into drawing, actually, and actually putting in a bit more time and effort into things, and I was really happy.
I should do that.
Yeah. Well, it was
my life is going nowhere at the moment.
Nowhere?
Nowhere.
Well, join the club.
Like I followed the GPS. It's pointing to a brick wall saying, go this way. I'm going.
Nerdy Texan accountant. Hello. How are you?
Oh, crap. We have nerdy Texans accountants in the accountant chat.
Everyone meet my accountant. He's nerdy and he's a Texan.
I need to do my taxes, actually.
I already did mine.
Of course. Taxes are a pain, actually.
Well, I don't know. You don't have to apologize for being late. I've barely talked about anything at all. Right now, I was just
nothing at all. Nothing at all.
We were talking about VTubers and, well, more importantly, we were talking about how many I've followed recently. And that was gonna go into a story about those types of streamers on YouTube actually too.
Nothing at
But
all.
but it was just a funny idea for a for a discussion because, and also the fact that I'm considering VTubing too because I actually really like the fact that there are cool avatars that move and whatnot. I think the technology is interesting and fun, and I enjoy it. And but for the most part, I'm just I'm working on it. It's a slow process. I found individual tax accounting to be fun in college. How? I must know how Texas nerdy.
Some
how?
people crunch. Some people fight God. Some people crunch numbers.
I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I've been spending a lot more time on Twitch actually in more recent years or recent months because for whatever reason, I don't know. I like how you engage on Twitch way more than you can engage on a live stream on YouTube. Does that make sense?
I have the same thing happening to me, except with the exact opposite.
The exact opposite? You like how YouTube interacts better
No,
than
I
Twitch?
stream more on Twitch than I watch Twitch.
Ah, well, I guess that makes sense too.
Then I upload the streams to my YouTube channel, and then I go like, "Hey, here's videos." And people are going, "Why aren't you doing Let's Plays?" I'm going, "Because I don't have the time."
Not only do you not have does anybody realize just how kind of dead just standard Let's Plays are as a whole?
Not entirely.
Well, I mean, not entirely, but like, not only do I not have the time to do it, I don't want to do it. Doing a standard Let's Play is just not interesting to me anymore.
Well, it might just depend on the game you play.
I could play one of my most favorite and most cherished games. It doesn't matter. I'm not interested. I'd rather stream it than Let's Play.
This is why I like, when I do a Let's Play, I always like doing one blind. Yeah. Because then at least I'm more interested in finishing the game, and recording it's more of an afterthought. I'm just talking to myself while playing a game.
The thing that I find issue with, I mean, it could be like kind of a double-edged sword because it happens in streaming too, but when I recorded stuff, because this happened to me a couple of times, I would record a video. I would have spent 20, 30 minutes or maybe even a whole hour recording this thing. And then the file's corrupted. It's completely shot. I can't use it. What do you use
to record?
I was using the Elgato.
Which Elgato?
The old one.
There's your problem.
What, are you saying that my old Elgato is old? Are you insulting my Elgato?
Yes.
Yeah, Rabbit's actually also correct on this. Hi, Rabbit, by the way. There's a VTuber. Hey, everybody, say hi to probably the only VTuber who will show up in this chat. I'm kidding. But yeah, I agree with Rabbit. Standard Let's Plays are sort of gone extinct on YouTube because they're mostly VODs.
You know what? I shall fix this. I will go back and record Let's Plays that I have not finished and shall complete and break the cycle.
I mean, that would be fun. You could do that. But
starting next week after I get some sleep.
After you get sleep. Cool. But I mean, let's think about this. Even people who are still doing Let's Plays, have you looked at the time on those Let's Plays alone? Like, I watch some of Markiplier or Jack or some of the bigger channels, and the time retention is like over an hour for most of their videos. If not, they're at least 40 minutes, or less. They're not really doing a whole lot of short form content unless they're doing funny skits or something. Then they'll do short form content, which is also actually, you know what? That makes me think, actually. It's like, what is YouTube doing? Because they're promoting that whole YouTube Shorts thing and all those the shorter clip videos.
No one does that. No one does that.
Well, no, people do that. I should know. I've seen them do it. But also, they're promoting longer watch time. I'm all like, wait, hold on. Isn't one of these things going to conflict with the algorithm
One of
and
these things
throw
not
things
like
into
the other.
chaos?
One of these things is weird.
Those can be over 10 videos at an hour each. Exactly. That's basically like watching a live stream. The only difference is it's not live. And there's maybe mild editing. But basically, it would be the content I was making back when I was doing Let's Plays. About a half hour long, maybe an hour, with mild editing. Basically. But no, that's just a random tangent of a topic. But yeah. And everyone's saying hello to Rabbit. You should. I insist you say hello to Rabbit. I know there's not many of you in chat, but I insist on it. Sure, you can also say hi to Nerdy Texan Accountant. That's cool too. I appreciate that. Thank you. Show love to your fellow chatters. That is important. But anyway, yeah, the I have to thank Rabbit personally for getting me into this new hobby. Or blame him for it, depending on how you want to look at it.
I think blame's probably the better course of action.
This is all your fault, Rabbit. This is your fault. You have now gotten me interested in VTubers and VTubing as a whole. I blame you.
Looks like the chat's just telling hi to themselves and hi to everybody in it.
That's exactly what they're doing. Yep, even one of the Let's Plays I watched, Proton John stopped with LPs and went VODs because LPs weren't panning out anymore. Blame is the better term. Okay. If you want the blame, then I'll just put all of that on your shoulders and it's all your fault.
One Let's Player, is it Let's Play? Yeah, he does Let's Plays that I remember. I only learned about because people comment on my videos going, "You sound like this dude." I went, "Who the heck is this dude?"
I think I got that comment once before, but it's been ages since anybody has called me by anybody else.
I've actually been told that by a number of different,
Well, you have a larger channel base than I do, so.
And this one was, you probably know who this is. Chugga Conroy was the one people say I sound like. I don't.
I don't watch enough.
He still does traditional Let's Plays.
I think I know who it is. I definitely remember the name, but I don't think I've watched his stuff.
He does the half an hour format thing, but he puts in like more work into the videos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like as he's playing, you'll see like suddenly little facts about the game pop up in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like random facts.
Like he was playing through Pokemon Platinum, and he had like the catch rates, and when you met a new Pokemon, it like brought up the attack stats, the average of catch rate in this area, stuff like that.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. That's fun. That's very interactive type of content then, because it's not just, oh hey, I'm just gonna put a camera in front of my face and play a video game. I'm gonna give you little tips. Or like do or don't. I mean, it's just, normally it would be just like, oh hey, look, this is just me playing a game. But no, here, let me throw random facts on the screen.
Knowledge.
Will they turn Frosk into a V? Oh god, why'd you have to mention that person?
I have no idea who it is.
Isn't Frosk that person from G4 TV? I think. I'd rather not talk about her because honestly,
I don't know what G4 TV. I remember what G4 TV is. I just have not seen the new rendition.
I wouldn't recommend it anyway. That's the whole thing about G4 TV as a whole. That thing was so stupid that they brought it back. Mainly just because when G4 was in its mass decline, YouTube was becoming a thing. The whole thing of doing reviews online, and in particularly on YouTube, they overshadow G4 TV. They're never going to have the type of support and backing that video content creators who have been on the platform for years, who already basically have won their audiences over. I don't think you can beat that.
I mean, that's why wasn't that why they like hired the host they did?
That's why they hired the completionist Frosk, and I think they also have a guy who works or was working for WWE, former wrestler. He was part of, oh god, what the hell was his name? He was on that team with Kofi Kingston and the big dude, but I forgot their names. I'm sorry. God dang it! I was thinking Primetime, but I don't think that's the name of a group. And then I was thinking Crime Time, and I'm like, nope, that's not it either. Those guys haven't been around in WWE for a long time, and they probably would never be around in current era anyway, because their shtick was that they were gangsters, straight up G's and whatnot. I don't think that would swing in modern WWE.
I mean, that line coming out of you sounds so weird.
Recognized here was the completionist. Yeah, the completionist, and he's still running his channel and everything too, and I really like the completionist, or at least
I agree with Rabbit on this one. The only person I recognized was that one.
Exactly.
That's all who I know.
Wait. No. Now I remember the other person's name. Xavier Woods. That's his name. But he's was working for WWE at one point. He is a former wrestler, but he was also creating content on YouTube for a while.
This might shock people. I don't watch wrestling.
That's fine. I only know about it because I actually remembered watching him perform a couple times.
The only wrestling I ever watched was Ultimate Muscle.
You know what? That's completely fine, and I accept that. You are a wrestling fan if you watch Ultimate Muscle.
Technically, if we go back to the old Kaniku Man storyline, which is a manga you cannot make today. God, you could not adapt that manga into an anime today.
Probably not. There's too many.
Should I bring up Rockin' Man?
I don't even really know what you're fully talking about, but I have an inkling and a feeling. I kind of know.
Okay, so
I can be thankful G4 TV never really worked out here in Australia. You can be. Thank the maker. The only wrestler I know of is Hulk Hogan. Actually, that's kind of funny. My brother was talking about wrestling earlier today. He found out that AEW, who's a different wrestling promotion and one of the more up-and-coming ones that have been killing it over the last couple of years in things like ratings and popularity and everybody talks about, were selling autographs of some of the wrestlers, and they had a bunch of them for nothing probably over like $75 for an autograph. And he was saying, I want to buy an autograph for everybody in the family. And I'm all like, why? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still a wrestling fan a bit, but I was a bit confused why he wanted to do that. I wasn't sure. I guess, considering we've been having rough times, I think he wants to buy a present for everyone to make everybody feel a bit better. And
I can get that.
I appreciate that. And I was like, okay, sure. And he knows who my favorite wrestler of all time is. So he looked through all of it. He's like, yes, he's here. I'm like, because he works for AEW now. And that would be Chris Jericho. And I was like, ooh, an autograph of Chris Jericho. Yes. Can I have that, please? I would love that. He is probably by far my favorite wrestler of all time. My grandma loves WWE, but I haven't watched it in over a decade. You and probably the bulk of their audience. I'm not surprised. I stopped watching them probably about well over 7 years ago. I stopped caring. Their content is so goddamn obvious, it's sad. Mild rant and tangent about wrestling or WWE in particular. Their stuff is so clean cut, it's not even remotely edgy. It's as soft and squishy as an egg. In other words, you could drop it on the floor and break it. Yeah. At least he didn't get you a blow-up wrestler doll. If that's a thing, I don't want to know about it. Never heard of it, and that's a little weird. Unless it's similar to... unless we're talking about the kind that you punch. I have seen those before.
Have you?
Like a sock 'em bop 'em thing, that one infomercial where you give kids giant inflatable gloves and have them punch a bag that bounces back and forth and can slap you in the face. But yeah. But no. He wanted to get us each autographs. I don't know which one Mom picked because I just don't know. Because I don't know who her favorite wrestlers are anymore. I know some of her favorites. Wait, no, she does have one. You remember that commercial, Nerdy? Thank you. See, I had a feeling someone would probably get the reference. But like my mom is pretty basic. She likes John Cena, and I'm like, okay, cool. Me, I'm an odd breed, or well, maybe I'm not. But when I was a big wrestling fan, one of the things I loved to do was I actually liked the bad guys more than I liked the good guys. Sometimes I didn't like the bad guys, and I get upset. But there were times when the bad guys were the ones that really got me interested in what was happening on screen. Like I mentioned Chris Jericho, and he has played heel multiple times in his career, and every single time he's been a heel, with the exception of one when I was watching it, I loved him playing heel. The only exception was when he was doing that. Oh, I can't remember what. It was the suit era. It was the era where he ditched his Y2J persona and decided to talk more like No Country for a character from No Country for Old Men, or that movie, where he talked more matter of factly. He talked more smart and intellectual, and more quiet and calculating. I wasn't a fan of it originally. I actually hated it because I actually like the whole kind of rocker aesthetic that he was going for. Like, I'm a rocker. I'm a troublemaker. I create mischief and chaos when I'm playing the bad guy, like he always does. But now he's like more somber and more serious. I'm like, I'm not really digging this. But now that I'm older and I actually listened to the audio of one of his books that he published, I was like, you know what? I actually get it. I understand it now. And I do remember in one interview, he said, if I was to ever fully retire from wrestling, I wouldn't want a big send off like, most wrestlers do, where it's like, oh, we love you. It's been great having you here and whatnot. And, all the accolade and praise. He said, no. What I wanted to happen is I want to get beaten a match to a bloody pulp, have me walk in embarrassment out of the arena because I got my ass kicked, and then to fade into the sunset as if I never existed, or something to that nature. It's basically like, I want people to forget I exist for a time. Basically, I was like, you know what? I like that. I like that mentality of, I want to be the bad guy when I go out, and I just don't. I want people to say good riddance to bad rubbish as I leave. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I enjoy that. I think it's funny. And I also think he does a better job when he plays the bad guy than he plays the good guy. I prefer that. It's the same reason why I like Randy Orton, because he's always been an asshole. He was an asshole in real life for many years, and his character is normally an asshole. And I appreciate it because I don't know why. It's kind of just this thing of, you know what? If you got the skills to pay the bills, I will allow you to be a bit cocky. And I will let you be an asshole. Well, you know what they say about, superheroes or just any good story of good versus evil. A hero's only as good as his villain. So if you have the means to play a good bad guy, like in particularly if you're a wrestler and you're really good at being a heel, which is the term for them, instead of being a babyface, then you should play the heel. And they shouldn't deviate too much from letting you be the good guy because you don't work as well as a good guy. I remember they tried that with Randy. They let him be a good guy for a couple of years, and I was like, oh my God, this is painful to watch. Why? This is the guy known as the Legend Killer. Why is he being nice to people? I don't want to see him be nice. I want him... What?
Here's the thing.
Yeah?
There's a way of making the bad guy a good guy and then keeping the bad guy integrity.
Yeah.
It's called the Vegeta Syndrome.
Oh yeah. Basically, keep the arrogance.
Make them a good guy, but make them an asshole.
Well, that's the thing. Like, they tried that with Randy for a time, and it kind of worked for a little bit. But he was he was in that position for too long, I think. And the shtick was wearing out, where he was being way too nice for he was getting nicer and nicer as time went on. He was tag teaming with people or teaming up with wrestlers that he probably had history with, and who he has how do I put this gently, punted in the head more than once. But for whatever reason, they put him in teams with them, and it just like this doesn't work. It does not work for him. He has been an asshole pretty much since he started in WWE. It doesn't work to make him a nice guy, even though in real life he's a wonderful human being. I actually own a DVD collection that talks about him being in the company and his matches and stuff. And he did do, there was a special at some point. I don't remember, but it was showing his road to, I think, WrestleMania at one point, and he was going through a lot of stuff, talking about a lot of things. And one of the things he did was he had his wife and his daughter coming to them, or meeting him at the arena, and he was getting ready to perform with everybody else, and his daughter wanted to see John Cena, and he brought her, and he brought him over, and it kind of showed you a little bit behind the curtain that everybody is pretty much friends. They don't actually hate each other. It was really nice. It was very sweet, because it's actually even more hilarious the fact that his daughter's favorite wrestler isn't him. Her favorite is John, someone who he's had intense rivalries with in the past. That's kind of funny. Anyway, we were supposed to talk about VTubers, and I went on a massive tangent about wrestling. I hope everybody in chat is okay with that, because I think I made everybody fall asleep. Because chat has not talked about anything. I apologize. Anyway, back to VTuber stuff. Well, what is there to say? I was talking about people on Twitch that I follow. This person right here. I love Neg. I'm sorry. I'm getting to know everybody else, that rabbit circle of bros. But Neg is a good bro. I like her. She's fun. And of course, also, of course, and obviously, of course, you should follow Rabbit too. You should check out Rabbit stuff. He's funny if you like puns.
Oh God, the puns.
The puns. What? That is. Tell him why. No, just no. Please stop. What wrestler do you think would be a great VTuber? None. Not a single one. It was a random tangent, okay? It happens. Rabbit, you're almost to 1,000 followers here. I knew you were getting close, but I didn't realize how close you were getting. You're 984. That's wonderful. That's fantastic, man. Yeah. Bravo. Keep up the good work. Keep working hard. I know you will. I also know you'll probably work yourself too hard, which means go take a nap. Take it easy, man. Don't overstrain yourself. Anyway, what? What's up?
Nothing. I'm just looking things up for myself.
Oh.
I'm letting you talk, and I'm waiting.
You're waiting for what?
Nothing. I'm just waiting to talk.
You're free to talk whenever.
I don't like interrupting people.
Neither do I. I struggle with that too. But you guys can tell me, what wrestler do you think would be a good VTuber? Let me know, I guess.
Any wrestler, really, because they're all actors and athletes.
They're performers, yeah. athlete is, well, I guess that is somewhat true. They're they're athletic performers is the appropriate term, I think. An athletic performer. But none of it is real. But who else have I been frequenting? I guess Aster's another one that I've been following frequently. Why is it letting the video play? Aster's fun. The cute, adorable bread cat. I like that. That's a fun idea for an aesthetic. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers most of I mean, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of them. Some that I watch frequently, others I don't. If we're talking about the ones I spend the most time with, that would be Rabbit, Joza, Neg. Visited Urzi a few times. Rabbit, I've been checking out your mom's streams. She's wonderful. I like watching her art or her drawing and whatnot. That's a lot of fun too. I've been enjoying that. Or at least the last 2 times that I watched her stream, that's what she was doing. She was drawing. How much does it cost to become a VTuber? That depends.
That is a very...
It's a very specific question.
Well, if you ask Rabbit, he has like a person. I think he had like someone they have like commissioned like it was like $1,000.
I'm on her channel right now. This is the person he commissioned. It's Urzi.
Oh.
I don't know how much he spent because I never asked.
Oh my god! Why did no one think of this? Yes. Okay.
But yeah, that's the one who he commissioned.
Everyone's like, "What's he talking about in the background?"
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about in the background. I'm just letting you talk about whatever in the background.
I'm theory crafting in my head.
Oh, theory crafting. Got it. But
I'm one of those people who does that, but never will make a video about it.
Exactly.
Because like I said earlier, I got it. It's Pokemon Day.
Yeah, you did say that. The I guess from what I've heard, the average for an avatar, which includes both the rigging and the art, it's at minimum of $1,000.
There is a VTuber. I don't know if he still makes videos. Who's just like a dad orc in like a business suit and wears glasses.
I've seen clips of that person.
He's just a big bulky dude.
Yeah, I do like the aesthetic. It looks like he's in an office and whatnot. I was like, that's kind of cool. I like that.
It makes me think of Mr. Incredible.
Kind of, yeah. The only difference is it's an orc. But I think, yeah, I mean, I've seen. I checked Urzi's commissions and whatnot at one point. Probably one of the cheaper ones I've seen, but not by a large margin. I guess it depends on how much work you want them to do. And normally it's a matter of because normally you have to commission the artist and the person who rigs the models separately. There aren't a whole lot of them that do both because it's a lot of work. Just to draw an avatar alone takes a lot of time. If you're an artist and you're trying to work really hard to make a good looking model, it's going to take a lot of time. That's going to cost money. And then you may have to commission someone else to get it to move. There are cheaper alternatives, obviously, when it comes to VTube stuff. There's Vroid Studio. You can get a 3D model and you can do the work yourself, basically, and you can do it for free, practically. That's also an option. Or do it for relatively dirt-ass cheap. It's not that expensive for Vroid because the program itself is free. And then basically it's almost like a character creator for a video game, just kind of tweak with things. It does get more complicated if you try and do more with it, but it can work as a viable substitute. Um, Apparently, there are VTubers that are called PNG VTubers, where they just have a
Oh,
moving PNG.
they have
Those are
2 frames of animation.
yeah, pretty much. You could do that. That's probably not as
think
expensive.
think Sosuke does that. Oh, something
Yeah,
similar. He took the guy took a PNG from a video game from SRW30 actually. He
yeah,
took Edge's model and literally just has the one with scarf over face, one with scarf under face, scarf over face, scarf under face.
yeah. You could do something like that too. That's also acceptable, I guess. A lot of people seem to be okay with that until, but let me see.
I
Can
mean, it's
I?
temporary works.
It could work either as a temporary, or you can just just stay that way. That's totally
He's
fine.
working on getting a real model. It's a temporary thing.
Yeah. Um. Uh. I'm trying to see. Ah, what the hell? Where'd it go? Uh. Okay. Share screen. I was confused. There's also one other option. Um. This. Okay. Here we go. That's what I wanted to do. You could do what I'm doing right now. Oh crap! I made it disappear. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. You could draw it yourself. You can try and do the work yourself. Few people that I know that do it themselves. They do the rigging. They drew their own model. They rig themselves. All that good stuff. It's a lot of work and a lot of time. This is as far as I've gotten so far. This is me trying to work on it, and this is as far as I've gotten. Well, actually, I've gotten a little further than that now, but it's a process. It's a long ass process to get to do it.
Right.
And I'm still not 100% comfortable using my tablet to draw yet.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I have a pen display, which I have not used.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't figure it out.
Well, I mean, if you're looking at what I've done right here, clearly I've kind of figured it out.
That looks a lot better than anything I've done recently.
Well, I mean,
I used to be really good at drawing, and then I just kind of stopped.
I do have some experience, so
you don't say.
Well, it's not a whole lot of experience, but I have some. I don't know how much experience you want to call it. I've been drawing ever since I was little, so I kind of know how to do things. At least to some extent. I'm not amazing, and I actually, especially with the avatar, you could kind of probably tell. Can I? Wasn't what I meant to do. Wrong button. If you look at it close enough, we zoom in, zoom. You can see my line work is very it's kind of bumpy because I don't understand how to use the tablet effectively. So it's very bumpy and not quite right.
Apparently it's smooth strokes, they say, but I'm like, what the heck are smooth strokes?
In other words,
I wish they could make a drawing tablet that's like a Kindle. Now hear me out. Anything.
Yeah.
The reason why I state that is because it has the paper texture.
Yeah.
I like the paper. I'm used to the paper texture.
Right. Yeah. So
it would make things much easier.
Because my line work is a heck of a lot better
when like, it's not so smooth though. Didn't stop our ancestors.
Right. But yeah, the work here is still pretty rough. This is like the second. Let me see. Can I show the other one? Yep, there's that one. But it's not showing up on the screen, of course. So stop. Hammer time. Do 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 do. This one. Yeah. See, because if you look at this one, ah, this one's very I keep on pressing wrong buttons. Look at me. I'm so talented and smart. Yeah, this was a rough sketch with the same tablet, so you can kind of see it's it's a lot of work in progress stuff going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them are pretty rough. So I think when they say something like clean, even strokes, I think what they're referring to is when you're making a gesture with the pen or pencil. Basically, you want to do like one line, like whew, just one line across the screen. You don't want to go. You don't want to just like keep on doing this, which is kind of what I do. That's kind of my habit. But basically, they want you to do something like nice, nice, sketchy things. Like, and when you're doing it with a pen, you're supposed to just do one stroke at a time, and you know, one stroke, one line at a time, very methodically and very slowly, or well, not slowly, but actually quickly, to make sure that you don't get too much bleed on the page.
Right.
Because with pens, they tend to bleed when you stop using the stroke, especially on paper. So what'll happen is like I could be drawing a line with a pen right here, and if I do it all in one go, there won't be drip. But if I am drawing and I stop, then go back to drawing, then there's a big giant black ink blot where I was left over. Yeah. So it can be a bit of a mess and it can look a little ugly. So I think that's what they mean by, clean, even strokes, I think. I'm not 100% positive on that, but I think that's what they mean. And I did explain how much an avatar could potentially cost, so I hope I asked Nerdy Techs and Accountants question. At least I hope I did. Now, what was I gonna? Oh yeah, let's go here. There's quite a few VTubers on my YouTube page now too. That's for sure. There's quite a few of them over here too. Some of them are from bigger promotions too, or from actual studios or companies. So I've got those going on too. Yeah, actually, that was the thing I was gonna say because when I was sick with COVID, I got really bored. And normally, what'll happen to me when I'm sick and I'm trying to figure out something to do, I will more than likely start doing things like, oh, how do I put this? I'll probably do one of two things. If I'm really sick and miserable, I will watch a sad anime of some kind. Don't ask me why, because apparently misery loves company and I want to be more miserable. Because I've done that before when I was really sick and I would watch an anime and it would end up being a really sad one, and then I'd be, oh God, now I'm even more depressed than I was before. I'm already miserable, and here I am watching something that's making me cry. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. It's kind of funny. Or I'll binge watch a bunch of YouTube videos just to entertain myself. But what happened was while I was okay, where I considering I was watching some clips for VTubers and whatnot, I ended up hold on, let me share this. I'll share again. Okay, back to this again. I found this group, this and HoloLive. These are the more popular and more common VTube studios or talent agencies that produce VTubers on a consistent basis, and produce and or hire people to be VTubers, one of the two. And this is Niji Sanji. This is their English division, which is the one that I started watching. And then, of course, there's Hololive and their English division. I There are a couple of those here in my subscriptions. Somewhere, if I can remember where the hell they are, or if I can find them. Probably can't, because I think I'm only following two of them at this current point in junction. And I'm trying to, and I'm spacing. Was that, I think it's Ina and Mume. Those are the two that I was watching. But I was watching the Niji Sanji people quite a bit because their clips started showing up in my recommended on YouTube, and for whatever reason, I've been watching a lot of their content, and this is a fun group of VTubers. Actually, I've been enjoying a lot of what their English division is doing. I'm not sub to everybody here, am I? Or am I? Yeah, I'm not. You can see the ones I'm subscribed to and the ones I'm not yet. What was it? I think it was this. I found clips of this VTuber. I don't care about membership right now. I found Nina Kosaka. I saw clips of her, and I was all like, oh, she's very nice. She's got a sweet, very relaxing voice, and everyone calls her mom because she just gives off mom energy, I guess. She does sound a lot like a mom, honestly, or a much older woman. And considering I'm miserable and I'm sick, sometimes I'm struggling to fall asleep. I would just put one of her streams on in the background and fall asleep. She helps me sleep sometimes when I'm having trouble sleeping, and she's very nice, and I like her content. It's actually funny and also very relaxing. And of course, no one has any response to this, but that's okay. And then the other thing was the amount of the guys that have recently been introduced to the company. I started seeing their stuff in clips and whatnot, and this gentleman's content got my attention. Good Lord, what a voice! My God. Seriously, what the hell? Those deep people who have very deep sounding voices?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that deep, bellowy voices are like, good God. That's him. He has that type of voice, because I'm like, oh my good Lord. Because I've heard of men with deep voices, and I've heard some, I've met some, but I was like, good God. That's one hell of a voice. I know that clips won't work on StreamYard, unfortunately, so I can't show videos of him talking, unfortunately, because no one will be able to hear it but me. But yeah, I like his content. I like his voice. It's like, oh hey, if I wanted to be a voice actor, this is someone who I would expect to be a voice actor at some point, if he isn't already, because good Lord, I'd hire him for work. I know that much. If I needed a project and I needed someone with his range, I would definitely hire him. That's probably why he got hired by this company too. Let's see. What are the other ones that I really enjoy from this company? Luca. Luca is funny. And also actually, I think it's just the fact of him playing dumb is, I think, very funny. I don't know why. Everybody calling him a himbo, I find hilarious. I don't really know why, but the wholesomeness is cute. What was it? Oh yeah, and also the fact that he can sound like a girl and be a very convincing girl at that was very interesting. Was not expecting that. Um, but I've watched his content too. He's fun. Um, I don't really know what else to say. I'm lost in a train of thought. Oh yeah, Ike. Ike from their company is also very interesting, very soothing voice. But it was someone shared a clip on Twitter of him during one of his karaoke streams, and he belted out a metal scream I was not expecting. And I'm like, oh my god, how'd that happen? That was just the most amazing thing I'd seen in a while. I was like, I'm impressed. Was not expecting someone who was so soft spoken to be able to scream like that. Because a metal scream is murder on your throat, in my opinion. Unless you've been doing it for years. What do you think, Trip? Do you think a metal scream is hard to do?
Probably.
Yeah. You think so? Yeah. I think so too. I think it's actually quite difficult to pull off. I know I can't do it. Um, but yeah, the fact he belted that out with the voice that he has, I'm like, I don't know how you pulled that off, but bravo. Bravo to you, sir. Oh yeah. The clips of I saw clips of Mister too. And I need to rectify something here. Yes, people can see it live on stream. I'm subbing to Mista because I forgot I haven't done that. Anyway, yep, I've gone down the rabbit hole, and I'm working towards getting my own model and stuff, and should be fun. Actually, I just want to. I mentioned before here on the channel, like I don't really know what to do for content here. I really am at a loss, honestly. Because I got nothing. I really don't know really where to go with the content or what to do. I mean, people are free to give me suggestions. I'm all ears, but as it stands right now, I don't really know what I'm going to do with the channel moving forward. Because
I don't know what to tell you, man.
you see you're no help, Trip. You're no help at all.
Well, I gave you plenty of suggestions, but all of them are probably things you've done before.
Probably, maybe. What would you suggest?
Find something you enjoy and do it.
Well, it's been kind of hard to do. Because it's not like I don't have interests or things I want to do. It's just a matter of, I don't know, this channel feels like it has baggage on it that I
might want to start over.
That's what I'm thinking too. That's why I was thinking of moving over to Twitch, is because I don't really know what to do. And I think I'd have some chance to stretch my legs and try something different, or try doing content on a different platform and see if that helps me in any way, shape, or form. And have fun. Because, like I said, this channel has baggage, and some people who are in chat know about the baggage. If they don't, they should, considering they've been here for a long time. There's baggage, there's videos I'm not too thrilled or proud of that I made. Some of them I've already privated because, it's just one of those things where I don't want to look at it anymore because I'm not proud of it and I'm not okay with it anymore because my opinions have changed. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Nerdy Texan Accountant. It's like, yeah, you don't know what to do and you haven't made content for 6 months. You see, that's kind of what I'm in. I mean, this is the first stream in over a month. The last time I did a stream, we talked about Square Enix and NFTs. That was the gist of the stream last time. And I only did that because, well, I have issues with Square Enix that have been well documented. And I thought, well, I should talk about this because it's important. At least it felt important to me at the time. But I don't know. It's I think a change of pace is in order. I don't really know if I want to just nuke the whole channel and start over because I put over 6 years of work into this damn thing. I don't, and I'm almost to 1,000 subs. Do I really want to just kill it off and just abandon it entirely? I don't know if that's what I want to do. You know, it's a matter of like there's stuff on here that I enjoyed making. It's like it may not be the best content in the world, but I made it. It's something I like and that I'm proud of. I don't want to just abandon it entirely and just say, you know what?
Then
Let's
you
just scrap it and start over. No, I don't want to do that. Let me see. Maybe I can. Let me hold on.
Humming to yourself now?
Yes, because I can. Because I'm doing this again. Because, like, I don't know. Like, because I'm on my channel right now. I need to get rid of this thing. But yeah, like popular uploads and stuff, I'm like, I don't know. It's just videos that caught some form of attention. And at the same time, I'm all like, do I even like most of these videos? You know?
That is a question only you can answer.
Well, I mean, because that's the thing. Like, rant videos seem to be the only thing that gains traction on my channel now. But I don't want to do rant videos all the damn time. That's kind of the issue, is the fact of rants seem to be the only thing that gets any form of traction on the channel. And it upsets me that I can't break out of it, you know? I mean, some of the content does okay, and some of it can manage okay. Let me go to my uploads. But, you know, ones that I think would be really fun videos to make or fun content is, you know, doesn't really get that much attention, and that hurts me a bit. And it's like, well, what do I do? You know, like the Final Fantasy VII remake rant that did really well. You know, that did pretty. I just noticed something. Wait, how did that happen? How did my Princess Connect redive stream garner that many views? When did that happen? How did this happen? Don't know how that happened, but that's cool, I guess. It means I guess a lot of people like gacha games. Cool. And then,
well, here's what you could do if you feel like your channel, feel like you want to start something fresh. You could start doing a Twitch channel instead.
That's what I was. I think that's what I said.
I don't think you said it actually. I think you maybe thought it because I didn't.
No, that's what I'm planning. I plan on moving most of my content
and
over.
You could just turn your YouTube channel into more of an like have playlists full of archives like that, and still
Yeah.
upload videos that if you feel like you want to make a video specifically to, I just hate to say it, rant or make a top 10 list of something. I've been thinking of doing a few top 10 lists myself.
Yeah, that's
like
normally
specifically of some of my favorite franchises of all time.
Yeah.
Or how could you make this a better thing than what we got? Because I was really disappointed on another game, which I'm still disappointed about. I've been thinking about this for years. I never actually did it, and I'm still kind of annoyed by it.
Yeah.
Like, best example I can think of is when, okay, so there's a franchise on the DS.
Yeah.
It's probably the most well-known series on my entire channel.
Yeah.
Fossil Fighters.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was so angry on how they switched over to the third game in the series, how they changed it so much after making such a perfect sequel.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to make like how you should make the next Fossil Fighters, which we'll never get. But I still want to make the video and explain why I think you could keep your whole multiplayer thing, but change it to this.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it would work. Because then you wouldn't just be removing the monster collection from your monster collection game just because you have a main character monster.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You made a monster collection game, but you gave us no reason to use anything but the monster with character.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
You took your you kept the monster collection, but you kept you removed the monster usage. Like the need.
Yeah, and I think that Nerdy Texan's got a good point. I think rants usually do better for most people on YouTube. That's the problem, though. And Nerdy can probably attest to this because we've been in similar circles that involve comic books and whatnot. Because as time progresses and you're so frustrated and disappointed in comic books over the course of several years, all you can do is make angry videos about it because you're not having any fun anymore. Your enjoyment of the hobby has been completely thrashed either by the content that they're making or the community itself being a toxic cesspool of people that you don't like anymore in some cases.
Well,
go ahead.
No, I was just saying, well.
But yeah. Oh, you have the second game of Fossil Fighters, Nerdy?
Champions.
Yeah. Champions. Cool. I have one of them too. I found it at a garage sale for like $5.
Good deal.
Yep, with the whole game, with the box and everything. It's a pretty good deal. I've only played it a little bit. I've barely played it. But I do have it. I have played it. I do enjoy it. But I remember it was one of the things that what was I doing? I remember when I mentioned it earlier in the stream that there was the whole thing of listening to the a book for what was it? For Chris Jericho, one of his books. I think what was the name of the book? Hold on, I need to remember because I forgot. I need to pull up Audible on my phone. Hang on. I'm trying to remember the name of the book because I forgot it because I am dumb and I can't remember anything. Oh yeah. Is this book? Oh, I don't want to play the book. No.
Gildanmedia.com.
Stop. It's called No is a 4-letter word. How I failed spelling but succeeded in life. I like the title. It's funny. But basically he said to try and play into your audience. It was one of his advice for anything, know your audience. And that's what I've been trying to do. I try and, kind of look at my analytics, look at what videos are doing well, as best as I can. But it's still kind of like, okay, I guess I'm just, I know what some of you guys would like to see me do in some form or fashion. But the question is of what kind of content can I make with it? That's kind of been the issue of, I know what you guys would like to a degree and what you want to see and what some of you like. I know that some of you would probably lose your mind if I played more, if I did Let's Plays of mech games or something like Gundam related stuff.
Speaking of mech games.
Yeah.
Relayer has the demo out.
It does?
Yes, and the whole game is voice acted.
Ooh. Where can you demo the game?
Sony.
PS4?
Yeah, and 5.
4 and 5? Is that for the English region or is that specific to a specific? like Taiwan or Asian market.
I'm pretty sure the demo's in English. I think it's on the English store.
Yeah.
If not, apparently the Japanese version has the English in it.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look that up later. Because I wouldn't mind trying that game out. I've seen the trailers and when I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool.
Apparently, you can play up to chapter 7.
Wow, that's actually pretty far. Unless the chapters are really short. But oh yeah. Normally my unboxing videos do not do that well. How is it that my unboxing of Trails of Cold Steel 4's limited edition do better than all my other ones? How is this possible? Heck, even the one where I did a big haul of Gundam stuff didn't do that well.
Then there's the SD Gundam Battle Alliance, which was announced a little while back.
Does it have a demo coming?
No, it's the I don't think so. It's the SD Gundam.
Well, I know which one you're referring to.
I'm just talking about games that were announced.
Yeah, I saw the announcement. I saw the announcements from Nintendo. I'm not blind to it. I saw what they were doing. I was a little bit slightly disappointed by the Fire Emblem announcement. Not that I hate Fire Emblem Warriors, but I was hoping for a different announcement. But, c'est la vie, I guess, Well, at least my Super Robot Wars video did okay. That's nice. Thank you, guys. The first impressions of playing my first Super Robot Wars game ever. Thank you. I still haven't finished it or played it all that much, but I appreciate that so many of you guys enjoyed it, at least. What else can I do? I don't know what I'm doing. I got mine at a garage sale as well. Oh, so you got Fossil Fighters at a garage sale as well, huh? Okay, that's kind of cool.
Well,
but
you finish.
No, go ahead. I was pretty much done.
I actually have to go.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're free to go. You're free to go. Go.
I have to go. It's getting late here, and I have to take care of some things before I hit the hay.
That's fine. That's totally cool, man.
You have a good stream.
Thank you for swinging by. I appreciate it.
No problem. See it.
Goodbye. But yeah, I'm still working through what I want to do. There was one thing. The one thing I was thinking of doing, actually, I think I mentioned this on one of Rabbit's streams because I remember he was Rabbit was he was reading the lore for .hack GU, and I mentioned that I kind of wanted to do the same thing for the Trails games, because I wanted to where is it? Where the hell is it? Search. Can I search here? Books. Search results for books in this thing. Okay. This is books. Where are you? Cold Steel 2. This is the one. This is where I wanted to go. But basically, a lot of these books in the games, like some of them, like in particular ones that involve newspapers, those I'm not all that interested in reading, out loud. But I was thinking, like, if I could read things like Gambler Jack here or the Black Records and read them, do a dramatic reading of those and kind of put those into a video format, I think that would be kind of fun to do. And it's something that I've considered doing, but I don't know how well that would do. Sometimes it's hard to do. I'm doing 2 jobs now. My God, you're working 2 jobs at the same time, man. I hope you're doing. I hope you're hanging in there. Um, my situation with work is not much better. I'm doing 1 job, but right now I don't even have hours. I've got like 4.5 hours a week. Because I'm dealing with. I'm basically a caretaker for my mom, and unfortunately, you know, the people who are stingy with things don't want to, um, they don't want to do anything. They don't want to give me hours. So that's been a thing for a while. But yeah, I was thinking like I could read some of these books from the games and do dramatic readings of them and produce those into videos of some kind. Because they're kind of interesting. They're kind of cool. A lot of these are actually very cool. I remembered actually, considering this Trails of Cold Steel 2, I actually read all of these. The Imperial Chronicle, I read all of them because they are they're really good. They're really good to read. Like you can see things actually happening, like actual propaganda being published in a fictional world. It's kind of interesting. So I enjoyed actually reading every single issue of this. But things like the Black Records or some of the other books like Gambler Jack, or there are other books in some of the older games too. That might actually be something that I do for. Hello, David. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Right now I'm just discussing the condition of my YouTube channel and trying to brainstorm ideas of how to make content that I want to make that I would hope that some of you guys would like. And it's kind of a difficult thing to come up with an idea. And of course, I mentioned that I will probably be one, like I've mentioned before, I am gonna move towards VTuber stuff eventually. I'm working on the model and everything, which I already showed, but that's the plan. That's the plan and the intention. But just trying to brainstorm ideas of what to do. And one of the things I mentioned that I was considering doing is doing dramatic readings of books from the Trails series. Reading the books in a dramatic fashion, either during streams or doing them in some form of video production. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that, but you could do something like we can do Black Records #1, and you can the books are, some of them are pretty short. They're not really all that long. They're like only a couple paragraphs long. But yeah, this is that I've read them before. I've read the Black Records before, and they're very interesting. Basically tell lore of and history of the world, which I really enjoyed. Yeah, the first one is like called The God of Creation. It says, before Septine calendar, in the beginning, there were 2 great gods. One boasted unrivaled courage, the other unparalleled fortitude. They descended from the heavens with their kin, and it was upon the dark land below that they first met. Calamity, their opposing natures, incompatible. The 2 were drawn irresistibly into battle, and thus began a struggle that shook heaven and earth. The goddess and the spirits' laments were for naught. As the land quaked, the skies were torn asunder. The gods' kin could only tremble in fear. After what seemed like an eternity, their clash came to an end. But it was an end of mutual defeat. Their power spent, the empty shells of the 2 celestial titans were flung into the furthest reaches of the dark land. All that remains were terrible, their kin, and the great power. See, something like that. I appreciate that compliment. Thank you, David. I actually am experienced in reading in front of people. So I do like reading things like this that are kind of fun and dramatic, and I can be a little bit more, I can bolster a bit. I can mess around a bit and kind of give a more interesting tone. It's pretty fun, actually. I actually enjoy it. But yeah, these are pretty fun. Wait, what is the aftermath? Oh, that's where you find them. Never mind. There's only like 5 records, and that's where they're pointing out where you find them or where you pick them up. They have to tell you this because some of them are hidden, or not really hidden, but you have to talk to people because some of them are given to you by people. But yeah, tell me, you guys, the guys who are here in chat, you can tell me, how did I do? I mean, David complimented me, but what do you guys think? Do you think I should do something like that? Would that be something interesting that you guys would like to see me do more? Do lore, dramatic lore reading? Might be fun. I do enjoy it, but I don't know. Let me do another one. Let me read Black Record 2. Maybe I need a drink of water first. Hold on. Let's see. The year 371, Septian calendar. 200 years after Heimdall was first founded, ruin rose on monstrous wings from the depths of the earth. The name was Zoroarka, the Dark Dragon. A malevolent creature of terrible power, it spread a miasma throughout the capital and turned Heimdall into a city of the dead. But the horrors did not end there. The evil dragon desecrated the corpses of the fallen, taking control of their bodies and using them to attack those who remained alive, further increasing the legions of the dead. The emperor at the time, Ostius II, was forced to flee the city with what remained of his household and citizens. Together, they retreated south and established a new capital in the land of Saint Arc. For 100 years, the bane of Heimdall went unchallenged, until Hector the First, the 7th emperor of Erebonia, resolved to recapture the city. Time had proven an ally to the beast, however, and the dragon's influence had spread over the surrounding area like a plague. Undaunted, Hector led an army of brave knights into the necropolis in an attempt to free it. But though their hearts were steadfast, their arrival was met by legions of powerful fiends, and their efforts seemed doomed to end in failure. It was then that Hector I had a fateful encounter with none other than the great Vermilion Knight, Testarossa. The knight recognized Hector I as its master, and bolstered by its immense power and countless weapons, the emperor moved once again on the city, and to the devices encountered with the Dark Dragon. The battle shook the city to its core, and at the end, the Vermilion Knight was victorious. The scourge of Heimdall, the Dark Dragon, was defeated. However, the price of victory was steep. The corrupted blood that flowed from the dragon claimed Hector's life, and defiled even the knight itself, placing a curse upon it. The noble Testarossa became the Crimson Calamity, a demon with 1,000 weapons that only reacts to the blood of the Arno family, a destructive force on par with the Dark Dragon that, should control of it ever be lost, would threaten the world and all who live in it. It was sealed deep underground, never intended to again see the light of day. Meanwhile, a new city rose from the ash of the old, and people once again began to gather in Heimdall. And that was when the Vermilion capital, that endures to this day, was first built. That was fun. I enjoyed that. It's nice. It's fun. I enjoy that. But I appreciate that some of you guys enjoy that. I guess, I mean, it would be probably good for people who actually have context and know what's going on. You know, if they actually have either watched people play the games or actually played the games themselves, they'd kind of understand, you know, what this all means, you know. But in most cases, some of you guys probably don't. But that's okay. You liked it? Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that a lot. You have no idea how happy that makes me. Um, I mean, it is kind of funny. I've spoken of you know we've had video, or what was it? Trip was talking about voices and whatnot at some point, I think, or him being said that he sounded like a certain YouTuber, and I thought that was kind of funny. And sorry. And one of the things that I think is interesting is I haven't gotten many comments about what people think my voice is like. There aren't many. But I do remember when I was on a stream with Englandteen's channel a while back, someone in his comment section said I sounded like a 80s cartoon villain, and I considered that a compliment. You know, I sound like an 80s cartoon villain. Awesome, I like it. Maybe I should brush up on my impressions of 80s cartoon villains and do some funny videos with that, or do that for videos and streams in the future on Twitch. Maybe that'll be something that I do impressions. That could be fun. Anywho, what else could I talk about? Because I don't really feel like stopping just yet. I kind of want to talk for a bit longer because I've only been live for like an hour and a half, and I kind of want to keep talking at least a little bit. I want to do something else. I think I mentioned it to Trip that I was going to talk about the anime I've been watching, but I'm drawing a bit of a blank on what I've been watching while I've been, away from things. Let me check something real quick. Maybe this will help me. Oh, I'm not logged in. Why am I not logged in? Okay. Now I'm logged in. Okay, that'll help me. Let's see. Not that. What are you doing? Why is the queue going up first? Let me see. Let's see. I've watched a lot of animes. I'm just trying to remember what I've watched. Because some of them are not showing up in like my watch list for one reason or another. I watched some older shows while I was away that were kind of fun. There were some fun ones in there too. Well, this one was called what was it? It's called Please Teacher. That one's kind of funny. I just watched Lupin the Third, Dead or Alive. Ooh, I think I've watched that one before. That's a pretty decent movie. The last Lupin the Third movie I watched actually was the Lupin the Third and Detective Conan crossover movie. Unfortunately, it's missing. I kind of wish that DVD came with the TV special, because without it, there's information that's kind of missing, and that kind of upsets me a bit because I kind of want more context of what's happening in that show. But it's still really good. I really liked it. It's really cool to see those two characters interact with each other. Seeing Lupin interact with Conan is fantastic. But yeah, Please Teacher. Well, I guess what would you call that? Would you call that a harem show? I can't call it a harem show because he only has eyes for one teacher technically. So I guess romantic comedy, maybe. It's a weird premise that I think only somebody back then would have came up with. Well, that's not entirely true because there are strange premises for anime right now in current year. What am I saying? Um, like she's an alien. She's also his teacher. They get married and whatnot, and shenanigans happen. It's a weird show. I'll admit it. It's weird. It's weird, but I did enjoy it because I like going back to the back catalog of older anime, and I'll pick something that piques my interest and I'll watch it because I like watching older shows. Um, let's see. Not really. I haven't really been watching that like fully. Um, let's see. I've been watching How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. That show's actually been really interesting. I like the political intrigue in it, you know? Um I like how they brought you basically take the isekai premise and you toss in real life or real world or our world's politics and philosophy and whatnot to help save a fictional kingdom. I like it. I thought it was really good. I think that there's still more. It's still going. Let me check. Yeah, episode 21 is up right now. I need to watch that because I have been watching the show pretty consistently and been enjoying it. Let's see. What else? What else have we been watching? Let me check. I don't really know how I'm going to pronounce this name. I binge watched this because I heard because it has a video game as well that's a visual novel and a tactical RPG that I'm thinking I might play at some point. But it's called Utaware Umano. It's very interesting. It's I seriously I can't really properly probably pronounce the name, but basically it was a good story. Very interesting things happened. Like there was some sort of plot about future technologies of the world and stuff. It didn't really go anywhere, but I'm wondering if the sequels, because it is getting there's an anime sequel coming too, so I wonder if that'll change anything in the future. Um, let me see what else. What else? We've got My Dress Up Darling has been a joy to watch. That one's cute. I do enjoy a good romantic comedy. Um, but I really enjoyed that one. It's cute. Um, how do I describe that one? um, a girl who wants to be a cosplayer, hanging out with a boy who wants to make what's the name of the dolls? I forgot what they're called. Gojo dolls or something of that nature. Yeah, that's just a really good show. There's some really cute stuff going on in that, and I've been enjoying that heavily. Last anime I watched was Gets Sack a long time ago. What the heck? What it sound? Ghost? Oh, Ghost in the Shell. That's why it sounded familiar. Ghost in the Shell, SAC or SAC. I remember that one. I don't if that's the main. I've watched the main Ghost in the Shell. I've never watched any of the extra stuff that comes along later. Um and let me see. I also that was something I was recently watching Girls Frontline as well. Um which is based off a mobile game. Yeah, oh, standalone complex. Okay, so it is the original. Okay. Or not the original because the movies came out first, but it's the original TV anime show that I remembered vividly watching back when I was a youngin. Um, but yeah, Girls Frontline is based off a mobile game. But I will say this: when it comes to mobile gacha games that involve cute anime girls, I think the premise of Girls Frontline works a lot better for a story for an anime than what we got with things like Azur Lane and others, because it actually has a plot, which is not always common in mobile games. It's actually pretty rare, and that's relatively decent. I'm sure some people can think of some, but I find a hard time remembering any. And I enjoy Girls Frontline. I like the whole premise of robot dolls that are named after firearms. It's kind of cool. Standalone Complex is a good show. It's a great show. It's been ages since I watched it, but it is a really good show. I guess in a sense, what I could do, because there we go. Do that, and then people can kind of see what I've been watching if they don't know. Oh yeah, I watched one episode of this, The Genius Prince's Guide to Getting the Kingdom Out of Debt, I think is what it's called. It's a very long title. I kind of like that, but that one's just like pretty much a full comedy. He wants to get out of owning the country so that he can retire, and I thought that was kind of funny. Then there's this one I was watching. It's something about called A Good Librarian. I don't remember what that one is very much. These were shows I've already watched. I watched them like several months ago. The Bottom Tier Character, and I watched some of After School Dice Club, but not a whole lot. Oh yeah, I recently finished this one too. I finished watching That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Good stuff. Good stuff. That was a really fun ending to the second season. I enjoyed that. Have I been watching anything else for the current winter season? Besides Girls Frontline and Realist Hero and the other ones. Nothing here. I've heard good things about this one, Akiba's Sailor Uniform. I've heard good things about that one, but I haven't watched it. Nothing really. Yeah, not really. Yeah, I haven't really watched much else. I think I watched part of Arafuda's second season, but that's about it. I did watch all of Log Horizon a while back. This is a really good show. When it comes to like isekai or games that are based off of role playing games, this is probably one of the best ones I've seen in a long time. So that's a good one. I highly recommend Log Horizon if you've never watched it. That's a good one. Hey, what's going on? I've been around for a while. You've not. Yeah, it's been a while, Underworld. I do apologize, and it's been a while for me too, actually, because I haven't been around a lot. I've been busy with a lot of things. I think I read the manga that's basically the evil army is misunderstood. I wanted that there's a giant army that want to kill them, and just being smart and diplomatic not going to stop them. The evil army is misunderstood. I don't know. I can't say I've read that manga before. I watch more anime than I read manga, to be honest, but I do have some, but I just haven't been. I don't normally have a lot of time to read. For one reason or another, I'm normally busy with other things, and I struggle to find the time to read stuff. Degenerate stuff? What are you talking about, David? This is a wholesome channel. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a wholesome channel. I don't allow smut here. That may sound a little bit like a joke, but it's actually kind of true. I don't really care much for that stuff. I'm talking about an isekai about the smart guy who took over the kingdom. So, this one? How a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. That's the one that I'm familiar with. There could be others in the similar subgenre that are doing similar things, and saying that the evil army is misunderstood. They have started exploring that with this show, that's for sure, where they're not sure if the demon lord and his army are actually quote unquote evil or if they're just misunderstood. The show's pretty fun. I've enjoyed it. There's some good political intrigue and things going on, um, that are really fun and actually are done really well. Um, what was the other thing? And also, I like that they also mixed in with all the serious stuff, but they also mix in cute anime things as well. The fact that he's a king. And for those of you who don't know, normally kings have more than one wife. That does happen in a lot of kingdoms, especially back in olden times. That's a very common thing. Um, let's see. I'm talking. Oh, okay. I already read that comment. I'm sorry, Underworld. I apologize. Um, but yeah, I like this one. That he at least was it. Currently, he's got two wives technically. The princess of the kingdom that he took over for as king, and then the dark elf girl are currently his two quote unquote wives. While he does have other suitors as well, like the songstress as well. She wanted to get married too, and he said no because she's a pop idol and he can't take her away from the fans. And what was it? Oh yeah, and now the princess of another kingdom is trying to get married to him too. That was funny. I really enjoyed that. I want an isekai where you get teleported and become the king of an empire, but the world is grimdark like Warhammer. Odds are that might happen at some point. It could happen. There could be an isekai that does that. You never know. You never know what's going to come out. Things happen. People think about something for an isekai, and not long after they think about it, it's like it happens. It just happens. It's a thing that comes up, and boom, there you go. You got the anime that you wanted all this time, or that you didn't know you wanted, but you have it anyway. Um, uh, was there any shows here on my list that I was watching? Oh, that's right. This show is getting a second season finally. It's about damn time, because I actually enjoyed watching the first season of this of Classroom of the Elite. It's very unique and interesting. It's got some messed up stuff, kind of, and by messed up, the fact that some of the quote unquote elite characters don't act like the expected trope that they are. Some of them play off like they're a certain type of trope, and then you find out that they're not who they claim to be. It's pretty interesting and it's pretty cool. And it's getting a second season now, which makes me super, super happy. Um, because it kind of stopped, and now I don't know what's gonna. You don't know what's gonna happen unless you were reading the manga or whatever light novel it's based off of. Um, but I am eager for that. Um, Rising of the Shield Hero should be getting its second season is coming out this spring, if I remember correctly. Looking forward to that because I love that isekai so much. Um, oh yeah, that's right. I need to finish watching Dyna Zenon, which was it's somewhere around here, somewhere I'm sure. Um, but yeah, I need to get back to watching that. Um, and probably also My Hero Academia. I haven't caught up with that one yet, so I should probably do that at some point. You gotta go? Okay. Well, thanks for coming by, Underworld Dream. I appreciate you. Thank you for swinging by, even for a short time. I appreciate it. But oh, what else? What else? Let's maybe switch over to Crunchyroll. Um, trying to remember what other shows I've been watching, and I'm drawing a bit of a blank. What? Let me see if I can remember this. Nope. I forgot my password. And that's a problem. Oh well. I hate passwords sometimes. I mean, I don't technically have to log in. Technically. Um, I was like, why do I need to log in? I don't know. What was the shows I was watching? Because there is one that a couple that I've watched, via, crunch the crunchy of the rolls. Let me maybe log into this account. Let me see. What have I watched? Well, I guess history would probably work best. Let me see. Let me see. Let me remember. There was one show that was a super charming show that I watched called Sweetness and Lightning. That's a cute one. That's just an anime about a daughter and her father learning about delicious food. That's very wholesome. It's a wholesome show. This is the type of show that I would show my mom because I think she would actually really like it. Um, and I probably would if it had a dub because I don't think my mom wants to read subtitles. But I think she'd really enjoy it. That would be something cute that she would like. Um, what else? What else? These are more recent stuff. But I binge watched all of that show. Uh, Senri Gosik is another isekai show that I was watching. I binge watched all of that one. I like the premise of that one where the fact is that the protagonist is isekai from Japan, but it's like two people are residing within his consciousness. He has two memories of two different types of people. Um, that's a pretty good idea. It's not the best, but I did enjoy it. I think the show was at least enjoyable. I'm getting my mom into anime as well, but she's still not do subs. Yeah. I kind of need to ask my mom if she would like to watch more anime. Mostly she's only seen animated movies more than anything else. She's never really watched an anime. There are some that I've thought of showing her because I thought that she would like them. Um, I think that one called My Roommate is a Cat is one that I would actually let her watch because she would really enjoy that. Um, let's see. I have also been watching the other isekai called The Fruits of Evolution. That one's just goofy. Um, but I've had some fun watching it. It's fun to turn your brain off for a bit and just watch something goofy for a little while. That's kind of what I do sometimes. She liked One Punch Man in season 1 of Promise Neverland. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know what my mom would be interested in. I show her characters and stuff, but that's about all I do, and I don't know if I can get her to watch it. That's kind of the issue. Is like I don't know if she'd be into it or not. There's some shows that I think she would enjoy. That I mean, what was it? A couple weeks ago, actually, we watched My Neighbor Totoro. She does enjoy the Ghibli movies. That much is clear. She does enjoy those because um, I have. We've watched at least two. Um, What was the other one? Howl's Moving Castle is the other one that we've watched. And she really liked that one too. Um, I could always introduce her to more of those, you know. What? Oh, Trip sent me a picture of one of the new Pokemon. Okay. I didn't even realize he did that. Okay, cool. It's the little wolf looking fox creature that's green. It's cute. It's cute. I like it. I'm not going to say I don't. Okay. Um I was looking at something else on Twitter. But I don't know. I could always ask her if she wants to watch an anime show, but I would need to, pick something that she would genuinely enjoy, you know? Something that I think would be relatively wholesome and something that she would enjoy watching. Um but I'm not really sure. I mean, she does like action stuff too. She does like superhero stuff, so oh wait, no, there was another one that me and her watched together. I forgot. We did it several months ago. We did Lupin the Third, the first that movie, that CGI Lupin movie. She enjoyed that. She thought that was fun. Um, but yeah, basically, I need to pick things that I know mom will enjoy, or are at the very least stuff that is close to what she's used to with other forms of pop culture entertainment, things that she could easily get into. Um, because, well, I don't, because my mom has always been kind of a bit of a tomboy already. She does enjoy things that normally guys like. She's always kind of enjoyed, she does enjoy a good superhero movie. She's gone to several of them with me and my brother. She always enjoys watching them. Um, she likes those. Uh, and Star Wars and Star Trek, stuff like that. Um, but it is a question of what kind of anime can I show mom that she would genuinely get some form of enjoyment out of. I guess I could ask her, like, if there was a type of anime that you would want to watch, what would it be? Um, because other than that, I'm not sure. you know, it's kind of a up in the air kind of thing. Um, there's an idea for a video too. I've thought of that too, doing a video with my mom, just to see if she could gauge her reaction of certain things. But I don't know. I don't know if that's the type of content I want to make, but um, maybe we will someday. Who knows? That's up to her. Currently, she can't even come up here upstairs right now because, well, maybe she could. She just hasn't yet. She's been doing. She's been getting better after her wrist injury. Um, my mom hates Star Wars and Star Trek. She just doesn't like space sci-fi. That's fair. My mom loves it. She enjoys that kind of stuff. You know. Um, I guess in a sense, I could have her watch something Gundam related too. Um, she's seen bits and pieces of it, but she's never actually watched the show. So we could do something like that. That might be fun. I don't know. I'm not sure. She could get a kick out of that, especially if we watch one of the older shows. Because my mom's not opposed to science fiction, clearly. So, but I do not know. It depends. I may talk to her about it in the future. We'll see what she has to say. Like, one of the things that I wanted to do with her a while back was I was like, "Hey mom, you haven't watched The Mandalorian yet. Do you want to watch The Mandalorian?" Because she absolutely 100% loves Grogu so much. She loves the little baby Yoda. I bought her a plush about sometime last year, and she absolutely loves it. So, but we haven't gotten around to actually watching it. So it's a matter of, can I get mom to watch it, or will she continue to watch the same shows she's been watching for the last several months or so? Kind of that. It's kind of that kind of question of, can I get her to watch something else, or is she just going to keep on watching what she wants to watch? I don't want to like drag her kicking and screaming, obviously. That wouldn't be nice. That wouldn't be polite. Anywho, it's been 2 hours now. That was my plan and my goal, to stream for 2 hours. And we've reached that. Awesome. Great. That's what I really was hoping to do. And we've gotten to that point, and that's wonderful. Foreseeable plans for the future. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might work on a couple. I think that's what I should do. Is I'm gonna do those dramatic reading. I'm gonna work towards doing the dramatic reading video. I think it may take some time to do. To do stuff like properly edit it. I would like to do something, but the one thing I'd like to do is I'd like to learn how to make text scroll across the screen while I'm reading it. Something like that would be really cool, but I don't know if I'll be able to accomplish that by myself. I don't know. I'm definitely going to give it a shot and see what I can do, but I'm still learning. I'm still figuring things out. And also at the same time, I have to work on the VTuber model and get some stuff done on that end. Obviously, it's a work in progress, and everything's a work in progress. What am I saying? Everything's a work in progress. I'm still learning. I'm still trying and figure out what to do. And I think once I have a clearer idea of what I want to do, then I can do my best to execute the plan, execute the orders, and make sure I am ready for combat. Something of that nature. But as it stands right now, I'm not sure. I'm gonna ponder it, I guess, a bit more and think of what to do. But I'm glad that some of you guys at least enjoyed the dramatic reading idea, so I'm gonna do that because it also relates to my all-time favorite JRPG franchise. So if I can get some enjoyment and entertainment out of that, that would be wonderful. Not just for myself, but for you guys too on YouTube. But if the plan is to migrate over to Twitch at some point, that's probably what's going to happen. But I'll make proper announcements when that happens. That was the other thing I should have thought of asking, but I'm not really sure. It's like, when do I consider things pre-debut for a VTuber? That's the question. It's like, I want to do that. I kind of want to, if I'm going to do a debut as a VTuber on Twitch, I do desperately want to make sure I put in some actual effort to make it pop, make it a memorable experience. But I don't know when I want to change my Twitter to where it's actually in production. I don't know. Or, pre-debut. I'm not sure. We'll work on that later, I guess. But I'll contemplate. Maybe I'll ask Rabbit later what he thinks. And I don't have to do pre-debut, but I think that would be something fun to do. I like the concept of it. Of here's the avatar and the model, and here's what you can expect from my Twitch channel. But I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I guess. But I hope everybody had fun with the stream. Please, of course, do not forget to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. For those of you who stuck around, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And of course, we'll see you in the next stream. And of course, don't forget to raise those nerd flags high for me, because it's been a rough couple months, and I appreciate any support you guys do give me. So thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Bye.